Hello, EOS Nation, and welcome to episode 34 of the EOS Hot Sauce. I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we've got another spicy one for you this week. In this week's episode, EOS Nation reaches the top 21 once again. Voice release date announced. Rio EOS Community Conference footage. Wax Nation community updates. Ultra AMA. Everpedia Challenge and Predict update. LiquidApps on TradingView. Luke Stokes video, potential of the EOS Foundation, SenseChat update, 5 blockchain myths debunked, and REM Chain. EOS Hot Sauce is available in every format. You can watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud, listen on Apple Podcasts or your podcast player of choice, and subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter at eosnation.io. First up, EOS Nation reaches the top 21 once again. We'd like to take a moment to thank everyone in the community who supported EOS Nation over these last 2 years. It means absolutely everything to us. We're humbled to have been voted into the top 21 and honored to be trusted with securing the EOS public network. We've received so many positive messages this week, and it really warms our hearts to have been shown such support from across the entire ecosystem. Thank you so much. We love you all. It's been a long and amazing adventure, and we've never been more excited for the future of EOS. Unfortunately, this feeling of excitement isn't shared by everyone in our community. Some are becoming tired of waiting and annoyed at what they perceive to be a lack of communication and action by Block 1. We want to take some time today to reflect on the bigger picture in order to make sure we don't lose sight of it. We tweetstormed this text over the weekend. Most crypto companies raise a few $1,000,000 and try to make as much noise as possible to attract attention. Block 1 did the opposite. They raised enough money not to have to rely on noise-making to increase their chance of success. The stark contrast between Block 1's lack of crypto media presence compared to other projects who are desperately pumping marketing for attention is worrisome to many people who don't have deep understanding of this ecosystem. For us, it shows a clear sign that Block 1 is focused on the long term. EOS is backed by one of the largest teams of developers in all of crypto, and this team has been delivering consistent code updates since releasing the open source software in June 2018. The rate of improvement for EOSIO has so far been very impressive, and we don't expect this to change anytime soon. EOSIO 2.0 is just around the corner, and Dan Larimer has already mentioned EOSIO 3.0. Elon Musk said, "Pace of innovation is all that matters in the long run." The large runway gained during their massively successful ICO allows them to focus on long-term goals without having to worry about short-term noise and quarterly results. This is an incredible superpower that we all gave to Block 1. We gave them the ability to be long-term oriented and focused on the big picture. We also equip them with the kind of war chest that they need to disrupt, for example, massively powerful social media incumbents. Block 1 is about to start transitioning from only releasing code updates to also releasing their flagship product and all the marketing that will come with it. We can't wait to see Block 1 build the social as it should be narrative, and we are incredibly excited to be able to help them promote a more open, fair, secure, and transparent social media experience. We think this is the most exciting time to be in EOSIO since the wild adventure started 30 months ago in June 2017. The community gave Block 1 incredible resources because we thought they had the capacity and leadership to build a better digital world for all of us. The ride is just getting started, and we're so excited to be able to share this experience with all of you. Let's go, EOS. Up next, voice release date announced. Block 1 announced that they're targeting February 14th for the launch of Voice Beta, and the community is buzzing. When's the last time a social network has made you excited? It's been a long time for us. Not only are we excited to create our voice accounts and start test driving the platform, we can't wait for the marketing and narrative building that will surely accompany the launch of Block 1's flagship product. Brendan Bloomer, CEO of Block 1, said, "Social media is broken. Designed to use us, our data and attention is harvested into trillion-dollar profits for large corps, big tech, banks, and Wall Street interests, while we struggle to protect ourselves against the consequences of having our attention auctioned to anonymous parties and our personal information traded on the open market. This misalignment of interest between us and the platforms we once trusted continues to increasingly expose us to data profiling, identity theft, cyberbullying, and persuasive misinformation. It's never been more difficult to know what's real amongst the growing sea of manufactured propaganda intended to manipulate our thoughts and control our behavior. We encourage you to read the Voice Beta announcement from Block 1 and their updated Voice FAQ, which contains answers to many burning community questions. For more color commentary about Voice, we've linked to articles from EOS Writer and Bywire. And for more context about why Voice is so important, we've also linked to an article by Ars Technica about the current sad state of social media networks. Up next, Rio EOS Community Conference footage. Photos, videos, and recaps are now available for all of the EOS Community Conference events that took place in October. EOS Rio and EOS Argentina hosted the second EOS Community Conference and welcomed the world to Rio de Janeiro. The entire week was exquisitely planned, flawlessly executed, and a resounding success. We're proud to have sponsored such an event, and we invite anyone who was not able to attend to dive into the fantastic recap, and at the very least, check out the beautiful photos. Those who want more can also access all of the speeches from the ECC, as well as all the discussions and working groups that were held during the 2 days of Unconference. EOS Nation CEO Yves LaRose was quoted, "EOS Rio has set the stage for us as a community to come together and reignite the magic." Up next, Wax Nation community updates. It's all about the gamers for this week's Wax Nation community update, and more specifically, Prospectors. This game has been a crowd favorite for many months now, and they're showing the crypto community how to do blockchain gaming right. First launching on EOS and then also launching on Wax, Prospectors continues to expand with new lands and new promotions. This week, Prospectors was able to surge back to the #1 spot on the list of most active games on any blockchain, reaching new all-time highs of 4,167 active users in 24 hours. Haven't tried Prospectors yet? Now's the perfect time to jump in, as players have a chance to earn up to 25,000 Wax tokens by performing simple actions in the game, such as move a worker, complete an order, and mine any resource. To learn how to get started with Prospectors and what strategies are currently the most profitable, we encourage you to watch videos by popular EOSIO community members Dallas Rushing, Max Dapp, and Mons Manifest. As we mentioned last week, a few dApps have migrated to Wax in the last few weeks, and the team is looking to keep that momentum going. They've now introduced the EOS to Wax challenge and are offering $25,000 to dApps that migrate to Wax. dApps who wish to qualify for the challenge are invited to submit their application before December 18. Those accepted on January 2nd will then have 30 days to migrate their dApp to Wax and earn the sweet $25,000 bounty. New gaming dApps are also launching on Wax, like the upcoming Dark Country card collectibles game. Some of the EOS Nation founders used to play Magic the Gathering back in the day, and we're excited to see this fantastic game format ported over to the blockchain, where our cards are NFTs that can be freely bought, sold, traded, and earned in competitive matches. If this type of game interests you, make sure to follow Dark Country on Twitter and watch the recent game trailer. We look forward to learning more about this game and are happy to welcome Dark Country to the EOSIO ecosystem. If you don't yet have a Wax All Access account, what are you waiting for? It's never been easier to sign up, and the accounts are free. Check out the Wax Cloud Wallet explainer video to learn all about it. Up next, Ultra Ask Me Anything. The news that Ubisoft is going to be a block producer on Ultra has created a lot of excitement amongst the EOSIO community. To address the open questions, Ultra organized an AMA on Friday, November 29th with Nicolas Puard, the Blockchain Initiative Director of the Strategic Innovation Lab of Ubisoft, along with the Ultra co-CEOs Nicolas Guillot and David Hansen. In the AMA, we also learned that Ubisoft has also partnered with Azaris, another EOSIO project, and that Ultra is planning fiat on-ramps. They're also working on a BP application process to allow BPs from around the world to submit their candidacy. Their general outlook for blockchain gaming for 2020 is very promising. However, they also caution that developments will take time, but that they plan on gradually offering more services until they become a full-spectrum blockchain video game ecosystem. As Ultra's David Hansen explains, it starts with video game NFTs, it goes to virtual item NFTs, and will expand into video game applications and services powered by UOS coins and our NFTs. Tournament applications, betting applications, mini-games, blockchain-based games, etc. They are being developed by both Ultra and by third-party software developers, and who knows, maybe one day Ubisoft. We can be excited about what's to come from Ultra as they mention multiple events, hackathons, and deep developer program to be announced soon. Up next, Everpedia Challenge and Predict Update. What started as an idea by one of Everpedia's top editors, Dartmouth's Bank, resulted in Everpedia's December editing challenge, which just kicked off last week. The Everpedia team will be offering bonuses from 2,500 to 10,000 IQ tokens to editors who take part in the challenge and help to reach the goal of 1,000 new pages on Everpedia in the month of December. Visit Everpedia's Medium blog for the official announcement, which includes quality standards for articles to qualify. For participants new to the editing process on Everpedia, the Everpedia team will give valuable feedback on submitted articles during the whole month of the challenge. A page can be about a person, place, organization, product, concept, or something that's backed by citations. So let's get editing, share our passions, earn IQ, and be part of building a decentralized knowledge base for the world. Predict, an EOS-based prediction market and Everpedia's second product, also shared some news with the community this week. On top of formally integrating Predict into Scatter and including it in the featured dApps list, the team also told the community that an even deeper partnership is planned to be announced in Q1 2020. Predict also took the time to shed some light on their upcoming user-generated markets, which they confirmed is their main development focus. This much-awaited feature will see users burning IQ tokens to create prediction markets, and as market creators will earn 2.5% of the trading volume generated by the prediction market shares. Another 2.5% of the volume is currently allocated to decentralized market resolvers, but the team points out that experimentation and adjustments are likely needed in order to arrive at a proper fee structure that compensates and incentivizes everyone in the ecosystem fairly. Up next, LiquidApps on TradingView. What a year it's been for LiquidApps and the dApp network. Not even a year old, they've introduced a lot of innovative services for dApps, produced a ton of inspiring, thought-provoking content, organized a large community meetup in South Korea, and just now finished a large global hackathon with amazing results. These efforts were not only evident to those in the EOSIO community, but also the wider crypto space. A recent article on newsbtc.com ranked LiquidApps as the #1 project that crushed it in 2019. On top of impressive software development and worldwide events, the LiquidApps team also assembled the dApp Knights, an open group of passionate fans of the project that are taking the meme streets of EOS by storm. The dApp Knights are competing in fun challenges, and just last week the LiquidApps team announced a new one. This time, their task is to create a captivating graphic about their favorite hackathon project. Share your content across social media with the hashtag dApp Knights, and let's showcase to everyone the outstanding innovation happening on the dApp network. Up next, EOS ecosystem updates. First, Luke Stokes' video, The Potential of the EOS Foundation. Those who have followed Luke Stokes' recent talks at the ECC in Rio or the EOS Pavilion in Las Vegas have already heard about the idea of forming an EOS Foundation. In a recent video published in his personal YouTube channel, Luke continues this conversation, shares some more details, and invited the community to give feedback on how this new organization could look like. One thing that seems clear is that the EOS Foundation is going to be managing itself by leveraging EOSIO-based DAC technology. He also thanked Brock Pierce, who previously funded the EOS Alliance, for also supporting the early stages of the EOS Foundation, which is arguably the second iteration of an official representational body of the EOS community. Next, a SenseChat update. The team over at SenseChat published an article going over the lessons learned in November and their action plan going forward. SenseChat 2.0 will be launching next year and will include a chain-agnostic profile along with all the token economy features discussed in their white paper. Abstracting away complicated concepts like blockchain accounts and blockchain resources, SenseChat is removing barriers to adoption for new users and improving human connections by allowing private, seamless messaging and payments. Next, 5 blockchain myths debunked. The next time you hear someone tell you that blockchain is not ready for wider adoption, kindly refer them to this article by Serg Medellin, Head Developer Relations of Block One. In this Techarati article, Serg explains exactly why the following blockchain myths are not true. Blockchain is a panacea for all problems. Blockchains are slow and inefficient. Blockchain isn't ready for mainstream adoption. Blockchain isn't ready for enterprise adoption. And the world of blockchain is hard to understand and opaque. You can find a link to that article on our website. And finally, REM Chain. Did you know there are over 20 different EOSIO networks out there in the wild? It's pretty amazing to see so many teams all over the world building on EOSIO, the open source software that is being developed by Block One. One of these networks, REM Chain by Remy, has recently announced some more details surrounding the new incentives for block producers who want to contribute to the network. After reviewing the reward program, the team is adding an additional 30 REM from the Remy reserve to give the network a boost and additional incentives in order to attract more block producers leading up to the launch of their mainnet. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. EOS Nation is a top block producer on the EOS public network. We earn inflation rewards based on the percentage of tokens staked towards us. Those rewards are reinvested into EOSIO community, tools, and infrastructure. Help grow the ecosystem by staking your vote to EOS Nation FTW for BP or proxying to Proxy4Nation. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.